Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a fantastic roundup for you. Today, we're breaking down the top local 10 updates published by Hastings-area.com for Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. We are covering all the bases, from weekend entertainment and youth craft fairs to prepping for the new school year and checking out some fresh local job leads. We've pulled together everything you need to get the absolute most out of our community this week.
But, before we get into the weekend plans, we have to talk about today's weather. After that patchy early morning fog finally rolls out, we're looking at a mostly sunny, beautiful day with a high right around 86 degrees. With light winds holding steady, it's pretty much the perfect excuse to get out and explore town before the clouds start creeping in tonight. Here is our agenda for today. 1. Events and weekend plans. 2. Youth and school prep. 3. Local job opportunities. And 4. Health, safety, and wellness.
Section 1. Events and weekend plans.
So let's look at what's actually happening right here in Hastings over the next few days. Thursday is all about music and market down at Levy Park. You've got Indigo Moon playing live from 6 to 8:30 p.m., totally free for all ages. Then on Friday, keep the family fun going with a community movie night also down at Levy Park. And to top the whole weekend off, Sunday brings the historic Hastings Car Show. Now, Sunday's car show is actually super specific, which makes it pretty cool. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., 2nd Street is going to be completely packed with classic cars and trucks. It's hosted by the Hastings Downtown Business Association and the Chamber of Commerce. And get this, it exclusively features vehicles from 1985 and earlier. So if you're heading downtown on Sunday, you absolutely won't want to miss seeing these vintage rides. Looking just a little bit further ahead on the calendar, we wanted to give our local runners a quick heads up. The annual Moms on the Run 5K is coming up on Sunday, August 23rd, over at Normandale Lake Park in Bloomington. The 5K starts at 9:30 a.m. with kids' races following later in the morning. The best part? You don't even have to be a member to join. And they have both in-person and virtual options, so it's super accessible for everyone.
Section 2. Youth and school prep.
Okay, $3. That is literally the highest price you will pay for anything at today's Pleasant Hill Craft Fair. Every single item created by these awesome young local entrepreneurs is capped at $3 or less.
Here are the quick details on that. We've got young makers ranging in age from 4 all the way to 18 completely taking over the Pleasant Hill Library today to sell their handmade arts and crafts. It's happening from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Vendor space is totally full, but shoppers of all ages are highly encouraged to drop in. Go browse the market and support these young business minds. And shifting gears to back-to-school prep, this is just a brilliant example of how our community supports each other. If school supply costs are stressing your budget right now, Hastings Family Service offers free assistance. It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1, you just need to live or attend school within ISD 200. Step 2, give Hastings Family Service a call to set up an appointment. And Step 3, head to your distribution appointment sometime between August 17th and the 21st. Simple as that.
Section 3. Local job opportunities.
If you or someone you know is job hunting, the local hiring landscape is really popping off right now. Today, we're spotlighting 3 different organizations actively looking to hire: Career Force West St. Paul, the 2nd Street Depot, and Hastings Community Education.
Let's actually zoom in on that first one, Career Force, because 40 is a massive number. That's how many different types of positions they're representing at their hiring event this Thursday afternoon. So if you're willing to make the quick trip to West St. Paul, this is a major opportunity. On Thursday, August 13th, from 2 to 4 p.m., 13 different employers and community resources are all gathering at the Dakota County Northern Service Center. That's right over at 1 Mendota Road West. Definitely worth checking out. But hey, if you want to stay strictly local right here in Hastings, we've got 2 very different open roles for you. In hospitality, 2nd Street Depot is looking for a weekend bartender and server for Friday through Sunday shifts. They do prefer you have some experience for that one. Then over in education, Hastings Community Ed is actively recruiting school-age care staff to work with kids specifically at McAuliffe and Pinecrest. 2 totally different paths, but both are hiring right in our backyard.
Section 4. Health, Safety, and Wellness.
We just wanted to provide a really quick, practical reminder about the operating hours for Alina Health's Hastings Urgent Care. They're open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. during the week and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the weekends. But here's an important geographic note. This is the urgent care location on North Frontage Road. It is not over at the Regina Hospital campus. This is your spot for those non-emergency illnesses and minor injuries. Next up, did you guys know Hastings has a 24/7 anonymous medication drop box? It's honestly such a convenient and secure service maintained by Dakota County. You can find it right at the Hastings Law Enforcement Center at 1580 Highway 55.
Just to be completely clear on what you can actually drop off there, they accept household prescriptions, over-the-counter meds, and even pet medications. You can go 24/7, completely anonymously, no questions asked. The only major rule, no sharps or needles. Those are strictly not accepted.
Well, that covers our main updates for today. But you know, our local news ecosystem really relies on you. So, do you have a useful Hastings update that your neighbors need to know about?
Whether you're running a local business, organizing an event, or you're just an engaged local resident who's in the know, you can easily submit your updates to Local Pigeon. The team reviews submissions based on timing, local relevance, and overall public value for potential inclusion in future Local 10 updates.
Now, before we officially wrap up, I always like to leave you with the editor's top pick. If you only look into one thing from today's explainer, make it the Hastings Family Service School Supply Assistance. As we get deeper into August, if back-to-school costs are on your mind, please don't hesitate to reach out to this incredible community program. That's exactly what they're there for.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've touched on everything from live music and vintage cars to youth craft fairs, big job resources, and essential health services. So, I'll leave you with this. Which of these local resources are you actually going to tap into this week? Get out there, get involved, and have a fantastic time enjoying everything Hastings has to offer.